Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a very long time. Sorry guys, I've been busy with my personal life with a bunch of other things today. And today, I'm going to be showing you guys something a bit special today. There you go. P100. So, I am officially a P100 Billy player. So that being said, I do want to talk about something I wanted to talk about on the channel today. Which is something I don't usually go over on the channel, but I need to do it because of a certain group of survivors complaining. And I have to talk about this. And it's something I've been wanting to talk about for a bit about the Billy state right now. So let me explain. Billy is in a very awkward spot where you can't really nerf Billy right now. If you nerf Billy, he's gonna go back to the bottom because if they do any changes to Overdrive, he's gonna become kind of really bad. In the sense of Overdrive is kind of his main selling point and you have to play. But at the same time, Overdrive is extremely impressive. So it adds a lose-lose situation on both the devs and the killer players who made Billy for years, and Billy had to suffer. Billy had to suffer for over at least 4 years, or not 4 years, but at least like 2 to 3 years. 2020 to 2024, so around like 3 to 4 years. Billy players suffered so much, and it made a lot of people leave the game because the devs were making decisions that didn't make sense. And I'm here today to teach you how to fix Billy today. Because Billy is a topic of conversation I want to get off my chest about Billy's whole power level. I don't think Overdrive is healthy for the game for multiple reasons. But I don't mind Overdrive in itself. Overdrive problem is it completely makes Billy into reliancy. But making him broken reliancy, which is a very thin line you need to draw. So, this is how you fix Billy. Now, if you watch my previous about how Billy should be changing my thoughts on it, then you come to the right place, because this is an update to that video as well. So, what are my thoughts on Billy's rework? Well, like I mentioned earlier, his rework basically made him to the third best killer in the game, and Billy maybe even fourth. Dracula, I think, is slightly better than Billy, depending on, circumstance and things, but Billy overall is just stronger if you know what you're doing. So, I have a question. How do you fix Billy in the first place? And how Overdrive, like I mentioned earlier? Well, multiple things. You already heard of this before. Engraving Space Game. Now, a lot of people think, but that would make Billy overpowered! And you're right. But you didn't hear what my rest to say. So, before you go overreact, let me explain why engraving needs to be base kit in the first place. Iridescent Engravings, has been a staple add-on for Billy for years. This add-on has been basically the most ran add-on in the game for Billy. It has been his number one add-on and the add-on that always continues to dominate on Billy's pick rate. And it's probably the highest used pick rate add-on. That's because you have to run it. It is one of those add-ons you have to use to play the game. It has been meta for years. They've been trying to nerf it and they got a lot of backlash for trying it. Because in my opinion, it is a balanced add-on. And the way it is designed. It is designed to make Billy a lot more threatening around loops, aka curving, and get SARS less time to react to you, so even top players can fall to engravings, unlike, base kit. But it adds a bit of trade-off as well. But this add-on adds more upsides than downsides, which is a good thing. It has a couple, but that isn't a big deal. And to me, I think a lot of Billy players would adapt easily to it, and newer players would adapt too. It won't change Billy fundamentally at all. This just buffs his mobility end without overdrive out, while simultaneously fixing his mobility issue, where base kit Billy is terrible with mobility compared to what he should be, and well, overdrive makes him extremely broken. Because now you don't need to have overdrive up to play the game. Especially since right now in Billy's life, Billy needs to overdrive to play the game at higher level if you don't run add-ons. Engravings is his most ran add-on by long shot, and you have to run it. This also fixes another issue, which is the item reliancy issue. Like I said before, Billy's have to run engravings exclusively, means that Billy's other options of add-ons are completely nullified. Because you have to run engravings in your build. which means a lot of the fun builds are now gone. You can't run Drift King, you can't run any of those because Engravings is required at high rank. It is the most required add-on for Billy players. And I do think Engraving Base Build will fix a lot of these issues, where now Billy is not add-on reliancy and the skill expression of the killer is still the same. It actually adds a bit more skill because now the charge time's longer. So you have to adapt to your charge time and everything else. A lot of experienced Billy players won't care much about this add-on. But a lot of newer players definitely are going to have to adapt to it, but to be more worthwhile. It adds the skill cap even higher, which is a good thing. But let me talk about Overdrive for a second. Overdrive needs a small rework. What I propose with Overdrive is this. Overdrive does 10% faster cooldown of ending your saw, breaking pallets, vice versa. Overdrive slightly buffs your turn speed, so it allows you to turn a bit more left and right, kind of like what Drift King does. Why? Just slightly, by like maybe 10%. This is why it would add Drift King a little bit more better with Overdrive up. Getting Drift King a bit more love that it haven't had in years, and making Drift King a bit more viable. It adds a new effect, because here's the big kicker. Reducing bomb time to objects will still be the same. 10% reduction of that. Doesn't change many interactions whatsoever, so it's fine. But it just makes them feel a little bit nicer for new players to play against, or play as. Here's the kicker. Movement speed is only increased by 5%. Meaning, Billy only gains a 5% movement speed buff when he's sprinting around. Instead of the whopping 12 meters per second that he is now. So, what's Engraving's base kit? This fixes Billy's Overdrive issue entirely. Because now, Billy relies on his skill level. Overdrive is a quick boost when you have it up and running. But it is not a required thing to get every 2 seconds. And you have to get it, or else you lose. Overdrive is just like one of those, like, oh, you have it, and you have Overdrive up, you're good. But you don't need it required anymore to play loops. Means this change does not affect the top Billy players. This affects the very bad Billy players. Because good Billy players do not care about that change. Engraving, they can still do the same curves and same mind games as they did without Engraving Overdrive. They can do just the same things. But this fixes Billy's entire problem. Engraving Overdrive reliancy. And this also fixes Overdrive to be more of like playstyle dependent on how you want to play with the playstyle of the add-on or Overdrive is up compared to not. There's still rewards good Billy players for playing the game. I've noticed people are complaining how Overdrive rewards Billy for using his ability. But, like, do you not understand that spamming his ability is, yeah, it spams it, but you get tons of distance when you do this. So, I don't understand the whole argument. Billy gets punished for doing this. That's why most Billy players do not do this. Unless they need to with, like, without engravings, or they leave the chase. Most of the time, they leave the chase to get Overdrive up to go start another chase with Overdrive up, because they have to do it. It's not good, But if you're going against a top Billy player who's running engravings, that's a whole other ballgame. They will chase you. They don't care. They don't care if Overdrive's up or not. They still will do the same mind games and loops because Overdrive engravings is required. But, again, that is my whole talk about things. I just want to talk about it. I gave my honest opinion. Because I know this video has been a lot of people on my channel who somehow stuck by me. Don't know how we do it. But I know you guys have absolutely loved this series for some reason about my Billy's talk, so I figured to do my updated video on it. Now, let me explain something about here, right? I am a Billy main myself. And honestly, I will give the devs some changes and will help them balance out Billy to become balanced. And I will do it for them. Because the thing is, just like Lilith Omen, I care about the character. It's not because I want, like, the thing is, I want Billy to be strong but balanced. And more about playstyle and changing how people want to play him by your add-ons and shit. That's what I want. I want Billy to be in a healthy spot. Not in this over-crazy, overpowered, I have Overdrive and you're just dead every 2 seconds, like he is now. Because mind you, I am a Billy main and I'm saying this. Like, Overdrive benefits me way more than any other killer because I main Billy. But, again, my issue still stands. I want the skill of the killer to be the same. I think the 1 second turn rate was a good idea. It opens Billy a bit more possibilities, but still keeps the skill scaling the same. It just allows the ability to be a little bit more relaxing for newer players, and that is a good thing. Because newer players need that extra help to get them into the state where they want to enjoy the killer. Because in my opinion, Billy is one of the most skill-based killers in the game, and he's not newer friendly. He's never been a new killer-friendly killer whatsoever. You need to have experience. But people will drop Billy due to that one reason. He's not super friendly. He's never been a super friendly killer for newer players to play. And it's hard to get into Billy in the first place. A lot of people don't realize how hard Billy is. He's a really hard killer to master. But he's very rewarding. And I want to keep that the same. But I also like the 1 second turn because it gives newer players a bit more chance to do the curves and shit and learn. And give those players some hope that, hey, they're actually starting to learn a little bit. It gives them a bit more confidence and to stick with the character instead of just dropping it. Because that's what happens with 90% of the killers. They just drop the killer. Because they have a couple bad games and they're not doing everything they see in videos. And I get it. Trust me, I spent tons of hours on Springtrap specifically to learn orbitals. And I'm okay at orbitals. I'm not the best player in the world, but I can still hit a couple orbitals there and there. And it's fine. I enjoy doing it, but I've been playing Springtrap a lot. Because of the result, and now I've become kind of a Springtrap main a little bit. He's one of my few killers I play out of rotation. I enjoy actually playing the most, and you know, I'm gonna keep saying it. As a note, I am just someone who has been main killer for a long time. And I generally want the game to be in a healthy state. I don't say this to be, I don't say this to be like this entitled player who goes, oh, but I don't want Billy to be killed and kill him because it's my favorite character. No, it's not the point. My point is I want the game to be a balanced state where top players who learn the game can stick with the killer and have attachment to the killers, right? And have them in a fun way. And trust me, there's a lot of killers that I think can be in good spots and not be frustrating and annoying to go against. Looking at you, Deathslinger, but or Dracula. But again, I've been someone who mains Billy for years, and I'm saying this right now. I've made Billy for years, and the reason why I made Billy for years is due to my love of the character, and that the skill ceiling was high. I was able to learn the killer, and when I learned this killer, he was one of the fun killers I ever played. He generally made me want to stick around. I've spent hundreds and thousands of hours to learn, and I felt rewarded when I started doing it, and now I could hit the clips and shit. And no, I am not part of the Billy Syndicate before anyone asks. I am not part of the Billy Syndicate. I know who they are. I know some of the people there. I don't know them personally, but I've heard of them. Like, I know Syndicate Cruz. I know Cruz. Like, I know all about Syndicate Cruz and them. Whoa! If I hit engravings, you'd be dead. Oh, I'm so hurt by Sabo. You do know what agitation is, right? They do know what that perk is. Well, I can literally go across now for 2 seconds. Sorry. I hate collision. No! We're dead now. Somebody. Oh, that was actually such a clean curve, but I fucked it up. This is what happens when you don't run engravings and you've been playing without engravings for years. You've been playing only engravings and you just take it all for a video. To understand that, like, everything is different. Hi, buddy. I am very good at building because I've practiced years and years of playing. That's why these survivors are getting absolutely destroyed, even if I'm not playing. No! Please don't. That right there is called a... I do hear it. To say, if you go for that flash save when I'm literally, like, nearby, you're fucking stupid. Because you literally just got a hole. I will think it. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, that's why I mean you pre-throw against Billy, dude. You should never pre-throw against Billy. That doesn't work. A good Billy player is just gonna zone your ass. Come on, dude. That's not how you play against killers. That's the loop. The Megabot. It's a bot. I'm just killing the boss and it's a bot. Actually, I'm not even running anti-jump perks before anyone knows. Oh, you're playing super tryhard. I'm literally not running anti-jump perks. And I've been literally trying to spread my nose. Is this the K? Can I chase someone that isn't the same two people? There's a V. Imagine me having Spirit Fury, just that completely hard kind of that. No! That would've been kinda sick though. There's no way he just did that. They're dead. What do you mean? That'd be nice. Where's the fucking Kate at? Here she is. I'm being nice, okay? I could kill her right now. I'm not gonna do it. I'm going to let David go get her up. And I'm going to play the game. Okay? I will be nice, since they had to DC the guy who wanted this game up on stuff. Because someone's mad about playing the video game. Someone plays a killer is just better than they are, they DC about it. I know. That's how DVD works. Sadly. I mean, I do like the guy's ingenuity of the Enduring Last Stand combo, but... Dude, I miss old Billy. I miss old Drift Kick the most. That's the one add-on combo I miss the most. You just do this. But they're not even save it. No! I'm so used to being in overdrive. Oh, why did you go for the window again? Didn't put him. No, I went for a 360 spin, but I fucked it up. Yeah, now you're fucked. No. No! Overcurve. Where the fuck did he go? Don't tell me you're in here. Dude, this David just like holds W and doesn't let me chase. I have no idea where he's just hiding. I don't know what you just gonna have to go. Give me an overdrive so I can catch him off guard. Now I know where you are. Bitch. But how did you die again? Plus, you wanna know fun facts? You can curb that. See? You don't even need overdrive. Did they vaulted that window? There you go. Little fun fact for you. This car is completely slidable. See? This car is also slidable. This car is mega slidable. You just gotta be careful by that tree. This tree has collisions. It's better to run it this way. Use that tree as anchor for your curves. Like so, try if they're on that side, you want to sit on this side, so you can do. Use the tree as the slidable. It's the slidable. Get the fucking David up, man. can't flash this thing. What do you? Where's? What's your plan? I see. I don't know, man. Let's bring back the old Drift King, buddy. As I know, you can zone a survivor. If you know they're gonna hold W against you, you can just start revving out and then undo it. What happens is they'll start running even more and you die. Because you didn't commit to the chainsaw. Also, a little fun fact. Always rev your chainsaw to around 5%. This allows you to have enough time to unrev it, but it shows the animation you pulling out the saw. On Billy's animation. Meaning, survivors will see you do that. This is very useful around loops. Because you're doing for the pallet, fake bullet, like if you're trying to load your chainsaw to pallet, you can. Alright, I haven't ran. What the fuck? What's that? You know the one place you're going? Where you literally cannot stop? I forgot, I'm not allowed to have fun with TV. see how it is. And we'll hope I get there. Get a shit on, dumbass. You guys are so stupid. I didn't avoid it, you just let me hook the survivor. That is a hit, I think I can hit it. So, yeah. I mean, I just find it funny how like these survivors think they're gonna bully my ass. My dude, I don't care about your fucking perks, dude. Like, I do not care about like the fancy perks that you guys keep bringing. I really don't. I'm gonna be the fastest vaulter in the West. Let me vault fast. I'm gonna be the fucking Vault King, dude. The Drift King turned Vault King. By the way, Billy doesn't have any add-ons that makes you vault faster, so you can't really do anything with that, but it'd be hilarious if you did. But think about it, a fast vaulting Billy who can vault through windows insanely fast and block, dude, you're not getting anywhere. Billy's just gonna go, Nyoom! He's just gonna fucking, like, jump through the window. Mind you, I don't really use Windows all that much online. Like, when I play Billy, I kind of go for, like, mind games, because it's fun. Because you gotta go for those cheeky mind games, you know? Cheeky clips. Because that's how Billy rolls. Meow. Hi, buddy. Nice. Alright, the next survivor I chase is gonna fucking most nicely surprised. I'm gonna vote like a fucking king, dude. Whee! Vote king! You know. Hello. Alrighty. I'm just vaulting through. Man, I miss old Billy. Wow. Zone her away from the window. No! That's a death sentence. Hi. Dead. Yeah, what's up? Where's your window? I vote just as much as you do. She's bro, like, what the fuck? That's not about the full power of this build either, though. Maybe instead of just pre-throwing bombs, just play the... I predicted you do that, buddy. I wasn't born yesterday. I was not born yesterday. Ooh, good 360. You know what? Good 360. You know how to fuck it. This guy did good. Turbo. I can't believe I ever for that. By the way, you should never try to do that up the stairs or down the stairs. Sorry, you should always try to do it up the stairs or block it. Trying to see where they are. Bid. No! I knew she was gonna go for check spot because that's what I do. They always go for check spot, so it's very obvious. Well, everyone's done enough now. So, that's a good thing. They're gonna go for the safe, hopefully. No, I forgot this. No, they didn't get the save. I was trying. I even like didn't cut them off specifically because I wanted to. Hello. Hi. No. No. Whee. There. You... I forgot these fucking chests have fucking holes. That was a sorry, dude. No. This hurts my head. Okay. No. What's he not funny? I think they patched this. Oh, they didn't patch it. I thought for sure they did. It's probably these ones because of the water spoon, but you can't tell me the car. I guess the car has an invisibility button. There's a little trick for you guys, You can use those things to do like 180s around it. Whee! You can also do that with, also these walls are slidable. Ghost cars or else there's a lot of them. You call them the death cars. See? You can even do like fuck them. What the fuck? Look at you. Don't worry. Nobody. There you go. Like I said, my skill on Billy is higher than most people. Right. What happens normally is I curse stomp people because I'm just better than they are. I mean, that game kind of just proved my point, but I don't know. In that game before, those survivors just running like they're running perks just to try to counter them. It doesn't work. But yeah, it's the thing about Billy is like, see, I miss old drifting, dude. I miss the good old days. So you just drift around. Cause I guess I can explain a bit about myself and why I think Billy became my favorite. So a lot of people don't know me. I'm someone who loves speed. Kind of. I'm not. I have anxiety with coming to high end speeds because I have anxiety just in general. This kind of sucks. But in video games like this, I can kind of enjoy speed a little bit, and I like going fast and being stealthy and speedy. So I enjoy killers like Billy just because of that high mobility speediness that he is. But also, the main reason I fell in love with Billy is due to his character. A lot of people don't know me, but I kind of feel bad for Billy himself. A lot of the devs kind of made a backstory about him that didn't make sense, like how he kills people. Like Billy was never really aggressive to begin with. If you didn't realize, Billy was just fighting for survival. Also, I want to know how Billy is black. And okay, so if you don't know, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. That's not what I'm saying. So before anyone clips out of context, but look, he's a fucking tan. He's literally white. So why is he black? Again, there's nothing wrong with that. I just want to point that out for a minute. I think the devs completely forgot what natural color Billy is and just went, oops. So I don't know if that's just a discrepancy that they had with the development team, but yeah, Billy's white, dude. Billy's always been white. Like his skin tone is literally a bright pale. Like unless maybe he got corrupted by something, I don't know. Again, I don't know much about like what the devs retconned or whatever. I'm just putting it out there, okay? Like I think behavior just didn't pay attention to what Billy was, and they kind of just rolled with it. Or wasn't paying attention, so they just kind of like made the lore or whatever, right? But never explained it whatsoever, and just had that big discrepancy between reality of the game and unless there's some sort of explanation, which I don't know if there is. But anyway, that's my point here. So Billy has always been kind of a tragic character. I love DVD lore, and over the years I haven't really followed much about the lore anymore as I used to. But I used to be obsessed with the lore, and Billy was one of my favorites. It's because I felt really bad for him. Billy was a killer that kind of became a killer just because of where he grew up from. Really, that's literally what happened. Billy became a killer because of his parents being stupid and being the most terrible human beings possible. It's kind of understandable that Billy is more survivalistic. Because if you don't know, Billy is very survivalistic compared to the others. It kind of makes sense. So, there is a theory about Billy being... I'm like, Billy is strong actually in human life, right? Like, honestly, Billy is probably a superhuman. Someone who grew up with a very strong body and muscular, and it helped that he grew up on a farm. But you might be wondering, but how do I know this? And that's because I don't think Billy gets, like, the superhuman speed obviously is from the entity, and the blue chainsaw kind of confirms it, that entity is adjusting his chainsaw kind of. But I think Billy is strong even without it. That is due to his home. If you don't know, Caltree in particular is the most common one. Caltree is actually hung by Billy himself. Billy made Caltree. And this is before the entity even got involved. Meaning, most likely Billy put them up there. Now, how he did that, I don't know. But my guess is he lifted them up there. Means Billy was strong from the start. Billy's actually kind of a superhuman. He's really powerful, he's strong, he's muscular. He's basically like very durable, speedy. Mind you, Billy loses with a limp, and yeah, he stays the same speed as the other killers. Mind you, he limps around, meaning he slows down he's slowed down by his own natural speed by the limping. Meaning, most likely, I wouldn't be surprised if Billy was faster than normal humans, like when walking, like running around, like whatever the killers do, right? Like I guarantee Billy would be technically faster. If you didn't consider, you get my point. Like, I think Billy generally would be walking faster than the other killers would. By a long shot. Other than maybe, like, killers like Demogorgon, but, like, you know what I mean. And that's the main reason I fell into Billy, is just his tragic backstory. Billy had one of the most tragic backstories I think I've ever heard. Considering, like I mentioned earlier, Billy was basically forced to become a killer before he was even born. He got born with a defect, like a disfigurement, and, well, his parents basically said, hey, you're never going to see the light of day. It is one of the saddest stories I've ever heard. He feels like Bubba to me. Like he's Bubba, but not Bubba. When people call Billy Bubba, it drives me nuts because they're not the same. They both have two different backstories, two different yeah. The only similarities is they have hammer, chainsaw, and they're from a farm. That's it. That's their only similarities. Other than that, their personalities are completely different. Mind you, Billy is animalistic like Bubba in some instances, but Billy is not matured enough in the sense like Bubba is. Bubba is just serving because he's afraid. Billy is just doing what he does by survival. He goes by his own instincts because Billy was never developed like other. The only thing he knew is survive. So that's what he does. He survives. He doesn't think of his own. He doesn't like critical think. I don't. He probably knows how to talk. He just doesn't talk very often, if at all. He might not even talk at all. Who knows? All you know is Billy's extremely intelligent, considering he does a lot of the tinkering and mechanical work, which means most likely Billy's one of the smartest killers in the DVD lore, next to Vigo and or Blight or Vigo. Blight is Vigo if you're one of them. It's been confirmed by the devs that Vigo is Blight. So Blight, or it's like his maybe himself or alternate himself. I don't know. It's something. It's been confirmed that Blight and Vigo are the same person. Why he has Vigo's journal, but that's not my point. But Billy is someone who basically does a lot of machine tinkering as well, which is funny because his birth name is Tinker. Also, enduring, allow you to take stuns, meaning that Billy's extremely resilient to even battle stuns, making him a very powerful character. And Lightborn's hard to explain. Maybe it's just because he lives on a farm, he's used to bright light from farms, but because Colwyn is kind of like a sunny area, so maybe that's due to, I don't know. But yeah, people don't realize that Billy is pretty resilient in himself. But I fell in love with the character. I think Billy's lore is in depth too. But mainly in gameplay too, he kind of just feels the funness. Billy was the character to me, like personally, is someone who just like he feels fun to play, and he's the only character in the game that I genuinely enjoy playing and mastering to his heart contentment. Like he's the only character in the game that I actually do enjoy learning and playing. Right, like I've been playing DBD for a very long time, and there's been no killer close to what Billy does, and what I feel like the skill level. Like everyone goes, oh, how about Singularity? I'm like, but Singularity doesn't take that much skill either, because it's just press M2, look at camera, boom, done. Teleport with your teleport gun. Like, there's no 50-50 mind games. There's no like skill expression. There's no like learning. Billy is all about learning. Like I showed you, I showed you some interesting spots and things you can do. Just in those 3 games alone. That's because I've been playing DBD for a long time. I've been playing Billy for years on end, in his in and outs. So that's why I can show you those like little tricks. Because any new player can also pick those up quickly and start to learn. Mind you, it might not be the best, and you may fuck it up, and that's okay. All you gotta do is practice it, rhythm it, and eventually you'll start putting that muscle memory. And that is where Billy's become excellent. And the only reason I'm winning those games is because I'm better than you are. Just as a record. And I don't think it has to do anything to console. I think those players are just newer to the game. Like, one of them that I looked, the fucking Sable in the one game, she only had 200 hours. Yet she's at top MMR. Like, I just slaughtered how many games? And the main reason is because I'm playing against people who aren't my skill level. That's because MMR is dumb. SNL, I don't really care about the MMR system. I think it's stupid, personally. Because here's what I play DBD to be casual. Like, you saw in the fucking Area Crows game, I started to play sweaty. Instead of letting them go for the save, I started zoning. And that's because I'm not stupid. You see, early on, they told me that they didn't want to mess around. So I went and I decided to be a bit more sweaty and played the game tryhardy. Well, I'm still gonna play my casual, like hooking everyone twice. But if I get the opportunity to try hard, I'm going to do it. And that's exactly what happened. I saw that they couldn't get the save easily, so I zoned them out. They're both injured. And again, I have an insta down, so they can't even go for the save even if they're healthy. Meaning they're fucked. Because what the fuck are they gonna do? And also, I knew they're gonna dead hard because it's typical for this type of players. Like those players get so fucking cocky. They're like, oh, I'm gonna dead hard. Like you make it so fucking obvious that you have dead hard too. Like when you see a cocky survivor being very cocky, you know for a fact they have dead hard. Like it's almost like it's a 95% chance they have dead hard. So it's so obvious for me to play around them. Your best bet was to make me curve you, but that's the problem. I didn't. You know what I did? I ended my assault early. And then waited for you to try to dead hard me, because if you touch the hook, then you can still try to dead hard, but you can't end the animation, so you basically get M1'd anyway. That's why you dead hard. So if you know someone has dead hard and they're just letting you curve and try to hit, and your saw early, I guarantee you they're gonna dead hard. Which means you can bait out dead hard and your saw with like Thompson mix and just M1 them immediately. It's an insta free M1 hit, bait dead hard. Kind of similar to what Blade does. Because that's the thing with me. It's like I know how they think before they play it. That's why I played the way I did. I sweat like they did. They wanted to sweat on me, so I sweated on them. And guess what? They paid the price. That's why you don't do that. You don't first off throw down Shack Pallet. Like I was only bringing her basement, just the hook and basement to leave. Just to put a little bit of pressure. I'm not gonna be like an asshole dickhead who prevents you from leaving the basement. That's not who I am. Like, I don't do that unless I absolutely have to because I'm in a losing game state. But at the start of the fucking match, if I put you in basement, dude, I'm letting you get out of the basement. I'm not a dickhead. Unless I'm playing a killer who plays defensive in basements, like Trap or even Spring Trap. Like, like I said before, I've been playing DBD for a very long time, and if you want any, so I'm gonna end this video here. I need to get a shower and get bed. I work tomorrow. But if you guys want me to make a guide about a Billy tutorial about guide and like things about his add-ons, perks, offerings, what I would do, and even his sort of like how to learn how to curve and like understanding, let me know. I will gladly do that for you guys. I'll gladly be able to teach you guys what I know. That being said, I hope you guys are watching this video, and I'll catch you all next time. Good night, guys.